There's an election in Brazil, actually a whole bunch of elections, a presidential election, governor's election, legislative elections. In Bahia, the fourth biggest state of the 26 states of the federal government, the Federated States of Brazil. Giovani Damico, ladies and gentlemen, here is Giovani Damico.
Se a pesquisa está dizendo 0,5%, se está dizendo 0,2%, isso não nos assusta, até porque a gente sente que tem muito terreno para essa campanha avançar.
So it says that he joined Twitter November 2019 at Giovani Damico, no apostrophe, one N in Giovani, candidato governador da Bahia militante. It says 21, but it's 22, not for sure. Governor, Vice, Giovanni, okay, so Professor Day, it looks like he's some sort of professor. Maestre em Ciencias Sociales Militante do PCB. Salvador, Brazil, link tree. Okay, there you go. He's following 214 people, and he's got 1,637 followers. He's got more support in the one little state of Brazil than the Democrat who's running for governor in Tennessee does. Has in total. Giovani Damico. I don't know Spanish, but you get a sense of his, he's got a funky swag, huh? Look at this. It's Giovani Damico. Okay, Giovani Damico, let me ask you a question. Look at them hoop earrings like Shawnee. Shawnee used to have them big old hoop earrings. Like Tecumseh, Puxenwa. Itopo. Bahia. Man, he makes it sound cool. I like his swag. I like the way he talks. Giovani Damico! So he's probably not going to win the governor's race in Bahia. It's probably going to go to some guy named ACM. What's your first name? I don't have a first name. I have 3-letter initials for first name. Just give me your last name. God, Neto. Okay, so this guy named Neto is probably going to become the governor of motherfucking Bahia. 3 Caballeros. You know the references, America. You know the references. Antonio Carlos Neto, ACM, Antonio Carlos Magalhães Neto. He's the mayor of Salvador. Right now he's the mayor of Salvador. But now he's trying to become the governor. He's in Salvador. Is that the capital of Bahia? Salvador. Salvador Allende. I know what Kissinger and Nixon did to Salvador Allende. Is that what we're trying to say? Just write in Salvador, Brazil. In Salvador, Brazil, America. It's situated in the Zona de Mata in the northeast region of Brazil. Salvador is recognized throughout the country and internationally for its cuisine and its music and its architecture. The African influence in many cultural aspects of the city makes it a center of Afro-Brazilian culture. Brazil, isn't that where capoeira came from? And isn't that a capoeira? Capoeira. It's a Brazilian art form. Combines elements of martial arts and dance, acrobatics, music, and spirituality. Built of the melting pot of enslaved Africans, indigenous Brazilians, and Portuguese influences. Christianity. What? At the beginning of the 16th century, capoeira is a constantly evolving art form. Capoeira. Zaporizhia. Okay, so who is this Antonio Carlos Magalhães Neto? They're not going to vote for our Giovani Damico. Why aren't they going to vote for our Giovani Damico? Giovani Damico! He's a grandson of a deceased senator, so he's basically been part of the ruling class. Oh, he knows how to do the job. No, he's been ruling over you. Nephew of another one, son of another one, political inheritor of a traditional political family. He's the elected mayor of Salvador in 2012, re-elected just not last year. He's a Lebanese descendant by his grandmother, Neto Marin, her family being one of the first Lebanese families to establish themselves in the south of Bahia, more precisely in the city of Itabuna. Itabuna. December 17, 2006, in Salvador, ACM Neto was stabbed in his back by the pensioner Rita de Casia Sampaio de Souza. After that, he was admitted to Bahia Hospital. His aggressor was arrested and indicted for attempted murder. So, Rita de Casia, pensioner. You get a check? She gets a check, and what are you mad about? What was she mad about? He was corregidor of the federal chamber in 2009. When he was the mayor of Salvador, he didn't seem like he did much. But he did have a high approval rating, so maybe he did more than what Wikipedia, goddamn Wikipedia, doesn't explain everything. Fucking Wikipedia. Motherfucking Giovani Damico Giovani. There's actually 6 candidates. It's not just this Neto versus Giovani Damico. You got the Workers' Cause Party. You got liberals. My God, you got socialists. You got liberals. You got a liberal party. You got a socialist and liberty party. You got a communist party. That's Giovani Damico. So when people say, oh, he ain't shit no Che Guevara, don't use Che Guevara's name in vain. Use Giovani Damico's name in vain. What do you think? I'm some sort of Giovani Damico over here? And I'm not a communist. I'm a socialist. But I'm not a communist. So, in a way, Tony Blair is correct. Can you fight an idea? We fought communism. Can we fight terrorism? Terrorism is an awful, disgusting tactic. Using violence against civilians. And wasn't that the policy of Nixon in Vietnam to murder? It was attrition, right? So the policy was to kill civilians. The Vietnam War was one big war. One big terrorist war. War of terrorism. That's what distinguishes war and terrorism. You're attacking civilians for political purposes. Here's another video of the candidato a governo da Bahia, Giovani Damico, PCB del Taha, propostas de gesto. While it's loading, Geronimo Rodriguez is the Workers' Party. Kleber Rosa is the Socialist and Liberty Party. Joao Roma. You got Rosa and Roma. Roma is the Liberal Party. There he is, just acting all fucking cool in the corner there. Look at him with the hair and the shirt. Giovani Damico Giovani. I work for a Damico in near Cleveland, Ohio.
Serão 20 minutos de entrevista onde o candidato vai falar de suas propostas para o nosso estado e também de tema local. Muito bom tê-lo aqui, cara.
You also got Marcelo Millet, Workers' Cause Party.
Lembrando que inclusive essa entrevista
So he's a Brazilian communist.
pelo nosso canal no YouTube, Bom Dia Feira Oficial, quem quiser assistir pode assistir por lá também. E a primeira pergunta de todas, na verdade, é pedido para você se apresentar, né, para quem porventura não.
So this guy's talking too much. Let's get into the middle when we're talking to our guy. All right, here he is.
De qualidade. Então não à toa a gente vê caos na educação, seja no ensino básico, seja no ensino superior, no SUS, no sistema de regulação, na nossa questão da segurança pública que vem afligindo muito a população. Então, como questão central, os comunistas na eleição têm trazido como proposta de que é necessário reposicionar o Estado para que ele assuma suas funções que lhe são, né, de direito.
He's got one picture where he's like putting his fist up in the air. He's got a t-shirt with a hammer and sickle. So, okay, you love Lenin and motherfucking Trotsky. Or do you know? Actually, I want to know his opinions on Trotsky. Giovani D'Amico, where do you stand on Trotsky? And Lenin and Mao and Stalin. All of them. Do you like them all without question? Do you even question the communist? I'm a socialist because I stand for the working class people. I want the working class people to own the means of production. So when it comes to 3D printing of houses or, the means of production, fantastic. I like that. Turn houses into factories. The means of production, we can produce and make our own stuff and use the machines that are, okay, so 6 political parties. 6 political parties. Let's just compare that to Maine. You'd think Maine, they, seem to know what's going on. New England, fucking old school. Paul LePage, Sam Hunkler, Michael Heath. He filed the paperwork. I don't know if Michael Heath is even going to get on there. But Janet Mills v. Paul LePage. Democrat v. Republican. Tweedledee, Tweedledum. One versus the other. Fucking divergers law. Whereas, go to Bahia, one state out of 26 in Brazil, you got 6 options. You got a communist, you got a socialist, you got a liberal, you got a workers' cause party, and then you got a workers' party. And then you got the damn conservative Union Party. So, Union? All right, fine. That's the Paul LePage, right? ACM Neto is the Paul LePage. And then who would the left wing be? I would say the most weakest left wing one out there. So Workers' Party or Workers' Cause. Workers or Liberal Party would probably be the weakest one because they don't have a very strong ideology. Workers' Party, okay, you're on the side of workers, but the Workers' Cause, you're on the side, your cause, your life force is on the side. I like that. Socialism, I like that. Liberal's pretty good compared to America. Nobody wants to be Rush Limbaugh made a liberal a cuss word, even though capitalism is liberalism. So, you dumb motherfuckers. Rush Limbaugh was like, them damn liberals. So, I think we've been arguing liberal v. conservative forever. So, Workers' Party, Socialist. Yeah. So, who would goddamn... Paul LePage is ACM Neto, right? Because that's a Republican, that's a conservative. And then Janet T. Mills would be, I guess, the Liberal Party, the Workers' Party, but not the Socialist Party or the Liberty Party, not the Workers' Cause Party, and definitely not the Brazilian Communist Party. Giovani Damico. Other states in Brazil, Amazonas, Para, Santa Catarina, Mato Grosso. Mato Grosso, Santa Catarina, Amazonas, Para and Bahia. Bahia. The current president has already served 2 terms, so actually the seat for Bahia, wide the fuck open. It's anybody's race. It's anybody's race. And what other states in America has an open... Oregon. Doesn't Oregon? I mean, none of those. They're all brand new. So Oregon is about to elect the lesbian Tina Kotek. And then she might become the president. Because once you become the president of Oregon, they just give you the presidency. Watch out, Joe Lombardo. Joe Lombardo is a homophobic Republican piece of shit. The sheriff of Las Vegas who doesn't believe in restorative justice. Hey, Joe Lombardo, the reason why you got a high crime rate? Because you don't believe in restorative justice, you pile of shit. You're a fascist. He's against Antifa. You're a fascist piece of shit. He's a homophobic, fascist piece of shit. Goddamn Joe Lombardo. Don't talk to me about no Nevada. If Nevada votes for Joe Lombardo, I'll be pissed. Nevada, don't you vote for Joe Lombardo, motherfuckers. I know that guy, that Democrat that Sisolak ain't very exciting. He increased the minimum wage. He didn't raise any taxes, And he's not, fucking Joe Lombardo, motherfucker. So Steve Sisolak, at least he's not Joe Lombardo. But there's another candidate, Brandon Davis, is a libertarian, and then there's Edward Bridges. Let's take a look at one of them, because that's what we're doing. We're highlighting people that typically are not highlighted, okay? Let's just do one more second of Giovani Damico.
A saúde como um direito da população e que ele assuma suas responsabilidades, né, como garantidor, né, dessas coisas. Então a gente precisa de um Estado que realmente trabalhe, né, assumindo as suas funções, porque essa questão de um Estado omisso tem sido um problema muito grande e que é o primeiro desafio que os comunistas querem enfrentar.
So there you go. That explains it. I'm going to try to find a video of this goddamn Brandon Davis. Yeah, right. Like there's a Brandon Davis in Nevada as a libertarian running for governor.